Hello. Today I'm going to be talking about like what's on my iPhone, like the apps I use, how it's styled. Straight off the bat, I want to just say a massive thank you. My previous video I did on like upgrading my iPhone 6 to my iPhone 11 like blew up. It got seen by a lot of people and you know, a lot of people subscribe to me, so thank you so much. I actually recently hit, I think it was like 130 subscribers. Yeah, it may not be a lot to some people, but to me, like it's quite cool watching things grow, considering I'm just doing it to kind of keep in touch with like my techie skills essentially. And you know, I just want to say thank you. If you did subscribe, thank you. Today's video is about showing you guys what is on my iPhone. A few people actually did request this video, so thank you so much for reaching out. Hello. So I'm basically going to be showing you the apps I use, how I use them, my kind of layout as well. I will say this did kind of encourage me to stop being lazy and actually do something, because when I actually upgraded my phone, I just, you know where you like transfer everything from your old phone to your new one? I did that and then I didn't bother doing anything. So I will show you kind of what it looked like before. I will also say I'm moving soon, so I'm actually going to have like a proper desk and like a proper like setup for my camera, and I'm planning to actually get like a ring light and a proper microphone, which will be so exciting. So you will actually be able to hear me a little bit better and see me a little bit better. I just reached my stand goal apparently. It's good, isn't it? Whilst I'm just sitting down. I actually saw a lot of those, you know, like those aesthetic, I don't even know how to pronounce the word, but the, you know, the themed like home screen layouts. I've seen quite a lot of on Pinterest and I was like, oh, they look kind of cool. I don't want something too aesthetic. I want to use my phone more for practicality rather than looks, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's not kind of my vibe, but I want to kind of mix the two, and I'm not 100% sure what I want to do yet. But I just thought I would show you the apps I use, and like if I do change my layout, you will see later on in this video, but you can kind of see like the journey. You can go on the journey with me together. I've still got the dragon background on. Background iPhone case. Very cool, very sleek, still obsessed with it. Okay, so I will be putting my phone screen here so you can see it properly. So straight off the bat, this is my home screen and I've actually been playing around a lot with it today. This is basically the background I had before, and I know it's very basic, but I just don't know what I want yet. I'm very indecisive, and once I've actually chosen the perfect picture, it will probably stay there for like the rest of the year. For my first page, I just basically wanted it to be my main apps that I use the most. On the top left, which is obviously you can see quite clearly, it's the Smith calendar widget. I'm not 100% sure because of the background and everything. I want it all to tie together. Let's just forget about the background. Let's just talk about calendar. But yeah, by the way, if you do have this app and you're like confused about anything, you just kind of hold down on your screen, press plus, Smith medium widgets. Is it this one? No, this one. See, and that's kind of how you do it. I've just been kind of playing around with it, but I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. I've made a board on Pinterest. I want something coastal, like you see like something like this, but maybe mixed with a bit of like this one. So I want something quite minimal with like a coastal beach background, because that's like one of my favorite places is by the beach. So the apps I have on my first page are the ones I kind of use the most. I don't even use Facebook that much anymore, but it's there if I want it. Yeah, so I've got Facebook, the clock, the camera, phone. You know what, I'm gonna delete this calendar for now because it's annoying me. So this is basically how it was before, but I've rearranged the apps completely in like groups. You know, your main apps on the front page. There's not really much to talk about on this one. You just got your camera, your phone, your messages. Got Instagram because I use that a lot, and then on the two on the bottom right is like my tube map and my buses. When my next bus is gonna come, the tube's running, the live status, like oh, the Metropolitan line's not working, I can just get this line instead. On my second page, I've kind of grouped it. I did have it a little bit more together before with like the colors, but I realized it's better to kind of group it with what they are rather than the colors. So if I do actually change the icons using the widget Smith, I would keep them exactly the same, but maybe a different color of that, if that makes sense. On the top row, I've got just my notes and my bank money stuff. So HSBC and NatWest, I have 2 bank accounts, more you know. And then PayPal as well. On the second row, I've got both. I've got a mail and a Gmail account. I never actually used Gmail before. I just kind of had one linked to my YouTube. So yeah, I've got that, and then Google Maps and YouTube. Feel like I might be moving the YouTube app, but I'm not 100% sure yet. And then I've got LinkedIn, because I pushed that to the second page, because before I think that was on the third. I'm trying to be more like professional on LinkedIn and like upload more consistently to be like, look, here are things that I do. By the way, as you can probably see on the bottom of the screen, I've only got 3 apps, and yeah, I'm gonna move it to 4. I'm just not sure what I'm gonna put there. I'm probably gonna put WhatsApp at the bottom as well, but I've just left it for now, just for the sake of this video. And then I've got Messenger as well. Again, I don't really use Messenger that much, but I like that they're put together. So I'm like, oh yeah, my messaging apps, I'll put them there. Google Docs. The last 2 on the bottom right are my like selling apps. So I sell on both Depop and Vinted. So I sell a lot of my like older clothes and like trying to give stuff to new homes and stuff. So if you want to check them out, you know where to find me. This is my last page on the top right. So on the last page, I've got 2 folders on the top left. I don't really like the names of them, lifestyle and folder. I never name them, so they're just been like that. So I'll just go on with this one first. So this one's just got random bits in it. The music and the app store one were actually on the bottom panel. So I had that with like photos and settings, which is what it's always been on. So I thought I don't really use the music one often because I use Spotify. Yeah, I'm listening to a lot of like indie music at the moment, mixed with a bit of Jodie Smith apparently. Just got my music, my app store, Uber Eats. I don't order Uber Eats that often, but it's always good to be there. And then I've got like my student and like blue light card discounts and stuff, stores, my reminders. I don't actually use reminders on my phone that often. I just normally make reminders on my phone, and then they come up on like the home screen. So if I say, for example, hey Siri, set a reminder to drink water in 2 minutes. Done. Yeah, and then it will just come up on my home screen. I don't know if you can see. I've got this app called Plotograph or Plotograph. I think it's Plotograph. This is actually a really cool app. It was very trendy back in the day, but I don't really use it that much anymore. Plotograph basically animates photos. I haven't done this in ages. Let me see if I can do like a very quick one. Let me just mask this. Oh, this is the unedited version of mine actually. The only reason I'm not deleting the app is because I paid for it. But I think I might have to. I'll see if I've got an example that I can show you. Let's see. So here's a photo I took that I made the wheel kind of spin. It is kind of cool, but it's not something I use much now, because I'm into more making like reels and just photographs in general. This is one I took of Tokyo Skytree, which, you know, is very cool. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be keeping this app. Here's me like saying, oh no, I don't wanna like delete apps, but here I am. So next one is YouTube Studio, and that basically shows you your analytics, your subscriber count, and like any comments. So the things I keep in folders are things I'm not using much. So in the second folder, things I don't really use much is, the first thing is called Free Prints. Free Prints is actually an app I use to print photos, and the photos I print are mainly for like scrapbooking, because I do a lot of scrapbooking and I need to print photos for it, so that's what I use for. Blue Line is a cab app that I use in the Northeast, the widget Smith thing, if I keep it. And then my Apple Watch stuff, Hotel Chocolate gift card, not gift card, loyalty card. TikTok, I don't really use TikTok. I basically just upload the reels that I make on Instagram to TikTok, and I think when I'm actually confident enough, maybe I'll make some TikToks to see how I feel. Franco Manca Pizza loyalty card app, Prime Video and Netflix. So basically I have Prime Video and Netflix in the top right corners, and to be honest, I don't actually watch stuff on my phone like ever. I think the only time I do it is like when I'm on an aeroplane, and it's not often, is it? The main purpose I keep them on is it's always great when you need it, but also say I think of a film that I really want to see. Like for example, my mum watched a film the other day and she was like, oh my god Jodie, it was so good. So I go, oh, let me just add that to my Netflix watch list. So, you know, that's basically what I do. So yeah, I don't use it, but it'll be missed if I don't have it there when I need it. So yeah, the third page is apps that I still use but not as often. LNER app is basically like Trainline, but it's just doing cross-country trains. So because I travel a lot between London and Newcastle, this is where I get my tickets from. And then when I go, it has like my train tickets on it, like, you know, when you scan them through. Twitter, we all know what Twitter is. I'm not a big Twitterer. I end up sometimes getting sucked into like scrolling on it, so I try to like move it about. Google Drive is just another one of those apps I kind of upload photos and documents onto. Snapchat, we all know what Snapchat is. I don't really use Snapchat that much anymore, but sometimes they have some decent filters. There's this one I've been really liking. So if I hold my phone up like this, that's it really. I don't really talk to a lot of people on it. I like kind of keeping it, you know, the memories function. So yeah, the next line of apps is my camera apps. The next app is Camera Connect, and this is what I use with my Canon camera. For example, I took some headshots the other day, some like fancy headshots to be like, look how smart I am on LinkedIn. So I use this app and it basically connects to Bluetooth, and whatever's coming up on my screen, I can see it on my phone. So if I've got my camera, say, on the other side of the room and I want to see what I'm doing. So here's an example of some of the headshots I took. So I took these literally in my room and I think they turned out pretty cool. And yeah, I just use my little Camera Connect thing so I can see what I'm doing, so I can set them up. I use my 50mm lens to get like a nice background. So that's a very good app. The next app is actually really good and I would definitely recommend it. So it's called Unum. So this is basically what I do to plan my Instagram feed. So for example, I can move things around. It's not very like photography-esque. I used to love having like a photography Instagram account because I'm like an aspiring photographer. At the moment it's just pictures of my face, and I don't really like these photos. I probably won't be uploading them, but it was just to give you an idea. And I'm kind of uploading a lot of reels at the moment, which is quite cool. You know, a lot of them have been going like viral within the space of like 2 minutes and then dip. I'll have like 10 times the amount of people who watch it. You know, a mini viral is very cool. I've actually taken quite a few photos recently, which I'll show you in my next app, which I'm going to add on. So my next app is Lightroom. I just edit a lot of my photos in this, or they will be imported. I recently took a lot of photos of some parakeets, which are very cool, and I haven't gotten around to editing them yet. So I just basically use this app to edit some photos. So for example, I don't know, I don't really know what will work on this one. You know, sharpen it up a bit, change maybe the hues, see what colours I can play around with, and then I can save them and import them to Instagram even if I wanted to. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good before and after, isn't it? Anyway, the next app is Photoshop Fix. This I mainly use for like, say I have like a spot or a blemish on my face and I'm like, oh, I want to edit that. So here is a before of a photo I edited on that app, and here's the after. Canva's also actually a interesting app. I use this to make my like thumbnails for my Instagram reels because it already has like the templates and stuff, which are very cool and completely free. Can I show you my designs that I've done? Yeah, so you can see some of the real images I've done. Here's like a little one I did of like cute lunch places to eat in East London. This is one I did for the Black Lives Matter protest photos I took last year. So normally I just kind of go on the homepage, see some things that I may like, if I want to add a title to my reel, if I don't. So yeah, I think they're very good. I will show you some reels whilst I am here. These are my reels. I've only recently started doing them, like a month or two ago. This one's really good. I want to do some more travel ones, and now that I can, I'm excited. That's basically what I use Canva for. The next folder is shops. So these are little bits and bobs, like the Zara app, Misguided, eBay for like your little bits and bobs, ASOS. ASOS I actually use a lot. I think that's the one place I normally shop. I don't use AliExpress often, but when I do, it's only for scrapbooking purposes. I bought a keyring once, but I only buy like little bits and bobs. What is that? Are you seeing this? Quickly exit. This is why I don't use AliExpress often. So I use it to buy, like, for example, these wax seals. I've bought 2 of those, and like stickers and bits, mainly stickers to be honest, but a lot of scrapbook stuff. I don't know how I feel about AliExpress sometimes. Like, I feel like if you're just buying things like paper and like stickers and washi tapes and stuff, then it is perfect. But you know, you've got to be careful. Oh my god, what is, I'm getting distracted, but What is that? Why? Well, I couldn't tell you if it's good for like tech. Actually, I can tell you it's bad for tech. I bought a printer on it for Vinted. Very bad. Do not do that. I'd be very careful buying other things other than like bits, like key rings and knickknacks and stuff. Otherwise I'd be very cautious. The next app I use is the Tyne and Wear Metro. Again, like the ones on the first page, I'll probably be adding this on the first page when I move, but this basically tells me, well, doesn't really tell me anything, to be honest. It's pretty bad. I can just basically plan my routes and stuff, and sometimes I can see when trains are supposed to be coming and if they will be coming. And Pinterest. I only downloaded this yesterday just for the, you know, just to be looking at iOS stuff. I like this one. Yeah, you see, this is what I mean. Rather keep it kind of similar to the actual pictures. This is what I don't want. Like, you see how this person has used photos. I think it looks very pretty, but I'd be spending more time thinking about what's what than like quickly identifying, oh, that's TikTok or whatever. I think I want something like this, but a bit darker and a bit more minimal. I hope you found that interesting, looking through my phone and whatnot. Thank you so much for watching this video and like all the engagement on my previous video. Like, honestly, it means so much to see, you know, like people appreciate like the stuff I put out. But yeah, if anyone has any other like recommendations, I'm happy to talk about anything. So yeah, if there's any other suggestions that you may want, please let me know in the comments or on any of my social medias. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you find me interesting, if you like me or you like my content, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!